Hey everybody, welcome to part 3. So I'm finally gotten over the hump here, I think. I'm doing a lot better now against the infected and more importantly the humans. I'm getting better at really everything. It was just a much more smooth experience. Where you first start off here is coming across the military base. And they were definitely getting harder to beat. It felt like they were taking a couple more shots to take out. And so yeah, it was getting tough, but that's what it has to be because you're also getting stronger, your skills are getting better, your weapons are getting better. So of course, the enemies have to get harder along with that to even it out. But what stands out to me here for this part is just how fun it was. Like even watching it back, I'm sort of remembering just how enjoyable it was. It feels like I was spending a lot of time looking for items, but I was having a good time. You don't want to just be stuck in combat constantly. That can become a bit tiring, and so it's nice to just get some time to explore and look for stuff to help you and slowly get through Pittsburgh as we're trying to go towards the bridge and keep heading west. And so this point is what I had mentioned earlier, which is coming across Henry and Sam, which was awesome. Immediately you could tell they were friendly, they were gonna help out. They were so much cooler than Bill was. I was expecting to meet up a new character at some point, and we got 2, which is even better. So you team up with Henry and Sam to they're also going west to meet up with the Fireflies, so it works out perfectly. They're all sort of heading the same way, so why not team up and head out towards the bridge, help each other out to get there. To get to the bridge, you still have to get through some of these government patrols and a tank even. That was pretty intense, but that was all pretty straightforward. It was still in the whole Pittsburgh area, similar style of most of the game up to this point. It was pretty similar in what the setting was. It was all sort of the same look and all that. So once we jumped off the bridge and we washed up ashore basically, and this was a really cool area. This is probably my favorite part of the game so far because it was different. It was a cool, still beaten down, still sort of run down area, but being close to this huge body of water and the boat washed up. It's just a really cool area. It's definitely different of, being in the whole Boston and Pittsburgh area and being in the city and going through buildings. This was nice to, walk around an actual, beachy sand area, go through the rocks, go through some caves. And so we all make our way, inside. We're in sort of like a sewer pipeline area. It's interesting actually thinking back and seeing this because, there's not as much to talk about from these few hours as I thought there were. But even though not a lot was happening or not a lot was going on, it was cool to see different places. It was still just flowing at such a nice speed. It was never staying stale. We were in a new place, just boom, 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 going from one place to another. And coming across enemies, constantly, but not in a way that was like getting exhausting. They were just a constant, threat, but not too much, never too much. What was really nice in the tunnels was realizing, hey, you know what? The clickers are totally not a threat anymore. They are, but not as much as I once thought they were. They'll probably give me some trouble again, but for right now, I think I got their number. And again, this game does such a good job of moving you towards where you have to go to, progressing you through different landscapes, through these different settings. And so we didn't stay in the Pittsburgh area too long, and we didn't stay in the sewer pipeline area too long, and now we're here in this different neighborhood with just a bunch of houses around. We have seen a lot of houses so far. But this was really cool because it was fun to see a different weapon style when you get to use the sniper. That was amazing. It sucked that you can't hang on to that and just use that whenever you want. But just even walking through this neighborhood and going through these houses, taking everybody out to get to the guy with the sniper, something about it was just really cool, even though it was, nothing about it was different than any of the combat so far. But it was like fun to just run through the houses and run upstairs and try to get away from them when there was too many, while this guy is trying to snipe you from the other side of the neighborhood. It was just a lot of fun. And yeah, so that finally just lead us here to this the end of this part. After, I don't know if we actually ever got to the radio tower, but it's such a sad moment. Henry and Sam were so nice, so cool. it was nice to actually have a couple friends to help you out, and they're gone just like that. Unfortunately, Sam was bitten, and overnight he turned, and Henry couldn't handle that, and his little brother, that's just tough, and it's there. All these deaths that have happened so far, it's just brutal. Every time it gets harder and harder. This is such a hard world to live in, and then to lose someone that you love, and to lose up probably the only person, really the only person that you have left, the only family you have left. That's tough to move on from. It's yeah, that's a tough one. That was hard to watch again. This is a sad game at the worst times, and it's pretty sad even at the best times. This is a harsh world to live through. It's a harsh world to be in, and yeah, so hopefully there are better times ahead, but it's not too promising right now. And so just moments after that, the game moves into fall. At the start of the whole 20 years later sequence, it was summer, so now it's fall, and we just got into Jackson County, and that's right where I left off. I believe Ellie said something to Joel about meeting up with his brother. Let me watch this footage back really quick. I checked, so I did a quick Google search just to see, and I'm not 100% sure. It says there's a Jackson County and a Jackson City in Missouri, which this could be. It doesn't say on the sign here at the very end of right here where I left off, but that could be where it is. There's a lot of trees around. There's a lot of just it's very green, and I've never been to Missouri, so I don't know what it looks like, but Ellie did mention here that Joel's about to meet up with the old brother Tommy, which I actually didn't even realize. Somehow at the start of the game, I glanced over the fact that Tommy was the one at the prologue that was I thought he was a friend, but yeah, that was his brother. And so I don't know, I wonder if they've how long it's been since they've seen each other. So it's cool that he's still alive. I had honestly just sort of forgotten about him, and someone thankfully told me in the comments of the first video who that was. And so yeah, that's important. So I think it's possible that they might not have seen each other for 20 years now, and it's gonna be really interesting to see where Tommy's at in life now, and if he's even still alive. I'm sure he will be, because this seems like it's gonna be an important part of the game. And yeah, just to see how far he's come and what he's done. But yeah, that's all for this one. I really want to just end this recording now so I can jump back in and see where it goes now. Getting so much more excited for part 2, but I also can't wait to see how the rest of this game goes out. But yeah, so thank you so much for watching. Hope you're doing well, and hopefully see you next time. See ya.